What is up, Midway Mayhem fans? This is Dan, and we are checking in from a brand new location today, the Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo. And this is a very kind of neat zoo. It's got a lot of special history here, and we have a special guest with us today, Lauren! Lauren, you came all the way from Orlando for a zoo.
Yes, I did.
And I think there's a reason why, and we're going to show you guys that a little bit later. But again, this is an amazing zoo, and we're about to check it out. Alright, and this is the main entrance that we have here, and as we can see, the zoo is open 7 days a week from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. with the last guest being received at 3:30 p.m. Admission is not bad, only $11 for adults, seniors $9, children 3 to 12, $8, and of course children under 2 years old, free. And here we are, guys, our first glance out from the gift shop, and this is the zoo. Gorgeous place. Lots of scenery all over the place and lots of animals and some really kind of neat interactions. And that's something we're hoping to take part in a little bit later. And there's something also we need to talk about. This right here, the Wall of Pride. Since this is a non-profit kind of place in a sense, all the animal actors, they need donations. And these people right here are the ones that have helped keep this zoo going. Oh man, I'm already seeing snakes. Me personally, I'm not a huge fan of snakes, but I'll pet them. We even have baby alligators right here also. But see, they have reptile encounters, and it's $5 for that. There's all sorts of different ones. And they also have a sloth encounter.
What? I don't like sloths. What are you talking about?
Uh-huh. I'm sure about that.
Okay, so you want to go back to the house? Because I need to let them know.
Birds. Jojo and Fresca, it looks like. And more birds over here. Boogie! See, I'm not just making that up. Boogie.
We have a boogie.
Now, in order to partake in some of these encounters, we must sign our life away. Of course, they have a release here and everything else like that before we head inside. Hello.
All right. You guys, did you get some answer material?
Yes.
You come on in and follow me.
Thank you.
You guys, we will be with you in just a moment. Okay, so in our first exhibit here, this is Sid. Sid is an African spurred tortoise. These guys are the third largest species of tortoise in the world. Sid is around 7 years old, but they can live to be 50. So he's got a long life ahead of him.
Yeah, he's moving pretty quick for a turtle.
Yeah, they can move. And he's eating some grass right now. They like to eat vegetation.
Very nice.
Yeah, so
Now you guys have a lot of reptiles in here also.
Yes, we do. We do have a lot of reptiles. We have in here, we have some red-footed tortoises, and we also have some three-toed box turtles. So this
Yeah,
right
they're
here.
kind of hiding, getting some shade, I see.
Yeah. So this right here, this is one of our red-footed tortoises. Annabelle and Beasley live in here during the day.
Yeah, the other ones are right over here, it looks like, by the water.
So this one, okay, so Annabelle's getting something to drink. Annabelle is another one of our redbutts.
Now, what would you say is the average lifespan for one of these turtles?
For the red-footed tortoise, is about 50 years.
Okay, wow. It's a long time.
Same for the African spurred. Although our animals here, we hope that they all live above those averages.
Of course.
We also have some more red-footed tortoises. These guys' names are Crimson and Clover. So these guys are native to South America, parts of the Andes Mountains. We also have over here in the far corner, you can get a glimpse of Hannibal.
Hannibal? I love it.
Hannibal is a savanna monitor. So
Kind of hard to see, but he is in there, I promise.
You can see him really
Yeah.
quick. You can look straight to the back.
There you go.
The fun story behind Hannibal is he was found at a feed store underneath a vending machine.
Oh, man.
He was probably someone's released pet.
Oh,
so
that's
he came
terrible.
to live with us. We're so happy to have him here.
See, and I'm not a huge fan of snakes, but I can pet them and everything, but I
You will
definitely
like
see
Betsy, I
some
promise.
snakes around here right now.
This is Cannon.
Cannon.
Cannon is another African spurred tortoise, but he is larger and he is older than Sid. He is about 15.
He's getting his close-up too.
He's looking for things to eat. He's had his breakfast, but this guy's always looking for something, looking for snacks.
Nice, and I do see you guys have, say, like heating lamps in there as well to provide them with like natural sun and whatnot if it does happen to get cold. What's part of their diet, would you say?
Okay, so
Primarily.
their diet, these guys are primarily, they eat lots of salad, fresh fruits. We feed them salads every morning. It comes with some apples on top or some nice fruits for them to eat. He will also get banana leaves on occasion.
Okay.
And he also likes to eat some of these leaves up in this tree. It's a pear tree. We
They fall down every now and then.
Yeah, sometimes we'll break them off and give it to him.
Very nice.
He just likes to, we give him some variety.
All right, so
One of his favorite snacks is banana leaves.
I think we're gonna go back to the snake.
Okay.
Go ahead and pet it, Lauren, if you'd like.
Right, this here is Betsy. So Betsy is a Colombian red-tailed boa constrictor. She is 26 years old, which makes her a very old snake.
Yeah, that's an old
Very old
snake.
for her species.
Yeah.
Would you guys like to, are you interested in holding her today?
I will.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'll do it. It'll make some great video. I promise that one. But
She's been around people her entire
Yeah.
life. She's very good. You can go sit over on the bench over there. I'll bring her over. Oh no!
go ahead and take the shade if you want.
Oh no!
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little nervous. I know that, but it's snakes.
Would you guys like to touch her first? You can touch her right here.
Yeah.
On the tail.
Look.
There she is.
Yeah. And then go ahead.
She's a lovely snake. Okay, so I'm gonna just lay her across you. Here we go, Betsy. I'm just gonna put her right there.
Yeah, this is definitely a scene that my grandma is not gonna be watching.
Aww.
She is literally terrified of snakes, and
So these guys are native to South America.
Aw, it's a little
Betsy,
jug.
Betsy was a pet before she came to
Aw.
live here.
Ah.
She was donated to the zoo. We love her very much.
Does
here.
it make you
yeah,
uncomfortable?
not gonna lie, I'm a little uncomfortable, but it looks like the snake is very calm, very
She is
docile.
very calm.
Like a
And
little puppy.
it feels like nice, almost kind of like a rubbery feel. I don't know how to describe it, but
Snakes are pretty much all muscle, so they feel very firm. They feel softer underneath, but they're very firm because they just have lots of muscles that power their scales, allowing them to move across the ground.
Do you wanna hold it?
No, I think
You
I'm good to be
sure?
honest. Yeah, I think
Okay.
honestly I'm good. I'm getting a little nervous, so
It's
so
coming over.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and take that one, Lauren, and enjoy your snake.
No, that's why I love our encounters that we do here at the zoo. It allows people to get up close and they don't have to buy the animal. They can come see it and enjoy it without having to take all that responsibility onto themselves.
Absolutely.
It's
I mean-
better for the animals, it's better for people.
Well, many times we hear about people that get pets. They think, oh, this animal's going to stay small and whatnot, and then it grows larger, and they go, this is not going to
And
work out.
So some of these reptiles, they require such a specific food regimen. They require such a specific habitat that they need.
Yeah.
So it's very important that you do lots of research if you ever consider getting an exotic pet, which we don't exactly recommend, but research.
Absolutely.
Because these guys are very hard to take care of.
All right. Well,
I'll
I
let
thank
her
you,
go
Snake,
around.
for
I thank you, Snake.
for having fun.
Thank you, Snake.
And it looks like we have a green iguana over here.
These are green iguanas.
Green iguana!
We
Yeah.
have 5 of these guys right now. They were also pets before they came to live with us. The largest one here, his name is Bodie. He's the one with the orange limbs.
These guys are
These
so
guys,
chill.
they are kind of chill, but they can also be kind of spontaneous.
And they can be a little bit of an attitude too,
A
right?
little bit of an attitude.
Yeah.
That's something that's fun about them, though.
Yeah.
And also, they are very cool animals. They can grow to be up to 6 feet long. So Bodie over there he's quite long. Creeping up on that limit there.
Yeah.
These guys are found throughout Central America, South America.
Again, diet is leafy greens, fruits, flowers, as it says on here. But yeah, 20 years
20
or
years
more.
or more. See, that's one of
Or
those things
more.
where people get an iguana when they're small, they're really cute,
Yeah.
and then they don't realize how old that animal is going to
Yeah.
live to be and how much of a time commitment,
I-
years that you're going to have this animal.
I mean, you're talking cats and dogs anywhere from like 12 years or so on average, but this animal is going to be
It's
20 years old.
Or more. That's a
Yeah.
long commitment. All right, if you guys would like to come sit here, I'm going to
That's going to be next.
an American alligator.
Will you
So-
hold an alligator?
I will hold an alligator.
All right, it's a
Yeah,
baby.
I'm okay with alligators. I'm like Indiana Jones. I'm not a huge fan of snakes, okay?
Yeah.
I'll sit next to it.
snakes?
Why did it have to be snakes?
It's alright.
No, but
I like snakes.
I'll pet the snake and everything else like that. I'm just not a huge fan of holding it. Many years ago, I had a boa constrictor around my neck, and it started squeezing me, and I was not a huge fan of it. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not a huge fan of snakes. But the next thing that we're gonna have, I'm very excited for, and it looks like we have an American alligator.
Yeah, a little
A little baby alligator.
Everything makes me think it's good.
And right now,
This here is George. George is a 1-year-old American alligator.
look at him. Look at that baby. That's awesome.
These guys grow around 1 foot a year, so he's just a little bit around over a year.
Their little feet.
I know. It's got little paws.
When you go to hold George here, you're going to support him right up underneath his arms and right there at the base of the tail. So I'll let you hold first, right there.
Oh, bird.
How heavy is he?
Not heavy at all.
Not heavy?
No, not heavy at all.
Well, I figure, you know, they got to be kind of light in order to go into the water and stay buoyant and whatnot, but that's really kind of neat.
Aw.
I don't know of another place where I can hold an alligator.
nope.
So here at Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo we can, though.
Yep.
It's really kind of neat. And I'm going to have you,
Okay.
if you don't mind, miss, take the alligator so that we can
Take the alligator. Take the alligator.
switch it.
So these guys can live to be 80 years old in captivity. They average about 9 to 12 feet in length. Although they have been known to get bigger. Our alligator, Chucky, our resident alligator, he is around 13 feet long, and he's estimated to be around in his 40s
Yeah.
in terms of age.
Look at him.
What does it feel like to you? What does it feel like?
He's not as heavy as I thought he would be. He's kind of that rubbery, almost like a snake feel to him. But I thought the scales and whatnot, you know, this would be a lot harder on the back. He is a juvenile, of course, an early baby, but
yes, he is. He is only one.
but I was not expecting an alligator to feel like this at all. And he's pretty cool,
So
you know,
this,
like
this armor can get to be so tough that it's almost bulletproof when
Yeah.
they're grown up. So this is it's a little softer than it will be later.
this is one of the coolest things I've had a chance to do is hold an alligator. Thank you, miss.
Thank you, George.
Thank you, George. Do appreciate it.
So I'm gonna let you touch one more animal. It's gonna be a bearded dragon. I'll be right
Okay. So yeah, bearded dragon's gonna be next, and that is a big bearded dragon.
It's like the dragons from the movie Holes, if y'all are familiar.
Yeah.
With Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, that was so cool though, holding the
Yeah.
alligator. Literally, that was one of the neatest things I've had a chance to do.
Okay. So this right here, I'm gonna introduce you to Hugo.
Hugo!
Come on, Hugo.
Now, a couple of my friends have had bearded dragons before, and they've been about this size, and I love bearded dragons.
These
They're
guys
really
are
awesome.
awesome. I love spending time with Hugo. He is, these guys can get to be 1 to 2 feet in length.
Yeah, see, he's almost got like the kind of like spice on him, and that's a defensive thing. What
Their
would?
spikes?
Yes.
Okay, so what these guys do mainly for defense is they're going to flatten themselves out like a pancake. They're going to get really yellow in the desert sun. They live in Australia. That's where they're native to. So they're going to flatten themselves out really good. They're going to poof out their cheeks to look intimidating. It's also helpful if there's a dingo that's hunting, comes up to them. It can't really push them over as easily if they're flattened out. So that's kind of their main defense. They're going to eat a lot of insects. So they don't, they are carnivores, but they like to eat lots of insects. They also eat lots of vegetation, so they're more of a herbivore.
Very nice. And I know they are quick too.
They are. These guys
They can be very quick.
And he tries to crawl.
Yeah.
He likes to crawl up arms. We like to make
Yeah.
sure that's why we don't let people hold them here, because they can be a little bit, they don't know how sharp their little claws are
Yeah.
when they do that.
That's fine. But that was very nice, and thank you for showing us, of course, the bearded dragon.
Oh, you're very welcome. All right, so before we exit, I'm going to let you see a couple more tortoises. All right, so over here we've got Zuri. Zuri is over there. She is a leopard tortoise. Leopard tortoises are native to Africa, the sub-Saharan parts. They can get 12 to 28 inches in length. These guys like to eat grasses, they like to eat succulents, they like to eat all kinds of stuff like flowers and fruit. They can live up to 100 years old, which is a really cool fact about them. Another one of some of our tortoises that can live to be 100 are gopher tortoises. Now, these guys are actually declining in the southeast. It's really important we preserve this species because they dig elaborate burrows. That's what they're known for. And that other animals use those burrows when gopher tortoises are gone. So it's a really important part of our ecosystem. We cannot let these guys die out. So we like to protect them and really educate people about this species. So those guys are actually, their names are Toby and Topher. They're 2- and 3-year-old gopher tortoises.
Very nice.
Wow.
And then we're back here, back to our red.
Yeah, so we're back here to the redfoots and the box turtles. You can see a little glimpse of Francesca up under there.
Trying to get the shade. It is hot out today.
Burrito. You know what really just surprises me is how our redfoots will still get up under their houses even in the heat.
Now, one final question that I have for you, Miss.
Yes.
When it comes to all the reptiles and whatnot, what was one that you would say you like more than another, and the reason why?
Well, I'm really a snake person, and really what draws me to snakes is because all of these people, a lot of people have a fear of snakes. And I really like to educate people on snakes and see people get comfortable with them when they weren't before. That's one of my favorite things about working in this encounter here at the Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo is how people come in here and they're nervous, and once they actually get to spend time with our snakes, they come out with a better respect for the animal. And so that's why I really just love snakes.
Absolutely. Thank you, Miss, for your time, and thank you for showing us all the wonderful reptiles here.
Oh, definitely.
Next up here is the lion exhibit. We have the Barbary lion. We have a male and female in here. Male is up at the very top here. Female is down catching some Z's and some shade.
It's laying in the ball.
We have Tootsie, Paul, Bibo, and Paco, which are Amazon parrots. And they're inside this enclosure right here. Very nice. And then across the way, more birds. We have macaws, severe macaws it looks like. And around over here, I see a tiger. Yeah. So there's a tiger in there. A little sleepy, a little warm, a little hot. Getting some shade though.
There's a little outlook over here.
Yeah, there's an outlook? What?
Yeah.
Let's go. So I will follow you. Go ahead and lead the way, Lauren. So yeah, really kind of neat. I love zoos that have interactive stuff. Even stuff like this, like a lookout. So we can walk up here, get a different view. And again, sleepy kitty. Very sleepy kitty. But the tiger has a waterfall in here, water, grass, decent sized space. And I really like this lookout so you can get a different view. Oh dear. Oh dear. It appears we have deers.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. So this is a deer exhibit. And I see the deer right over here trying to catch some shade. See? And there it is. Just up this pathway, a little bit further down from the fallow deer, we have the American alligator, and that is a big guy right there. Something tells me we're about to go on an adventure here because this little pathway goes around to up here. We can get another view of the tortoises. And I believe there's more big cats over here. Yeah. So we have leopards back over there. We have a bobcat, which is going to be in there. We have another one over here. Porcupines, yes. In fact, I don't know if I've seen porcupines this large. I think it's huge. There's two of them right here. And here are some deer, deer. Again, these are the fallow deer, I believe, catching some shade. And they almost look like reindeer. See, that guy right there has a bunch of antlers on. Next up we have goats, donkeys, mules, whatever you want to call them. But there's a lot of these guys in here. And you can get very close. I love goats. And I love the guy that's sitting on top of the hill. I am king of the mountain. Yeah, Lauren, you're definitely close enough that you could say hello to a little friend.
Hi there. You're so furry. So furry.
He's like, get the butt, scratch the butt. Yeah, get that butt scratch. Yeah. And of course we do have hand sanitizer available.
We may need that.
Yeah, but they do encourage animal interactions here. Of course, you can feed them and whatnot. They sell souvenir cups like this. So up at the front you can get some food, and there's signs around the area saying, yes, you can feed me. And then there's other signs saying, no, you cannot. It's a goat. Greatest of all time. More turtles and tortoises. We have the African spurred tortoise here. A couple of them right there. And see what we were talking about with those signs saying, no, don't feed us? This is one of those right there. Next up we have the gray wolf, and this is the exhibit for him. Pretty big. Does have lots of water and space. And shade right over there. Alpaca. We have Oreo, Mocha, and Lemur. And this guy right here was just in the bath. Literally was sitting down in that tub right over there. Decided to come up and say hi to us. Hi there. Please don't spit.
No.
Please don't spit.
You might have the wrong animal.
No. I don't want to take a chance. Next up over here, we have, it looks like, baboon. So we have baboons in here. And there's one right over there showing his butt to us. Yeah, this is a really kind of neat exhibit here. Lots of interactive things for them. Here's another guy inside this exhibit right here. And he looks like the monkey from Ace Ventura. But obviously it's not. But yeah, see right here? This is what it is. And forgive me if I pronounce this wrong. White-throated capuchin? Capuchin? I don't know that one. But yeah, they can live 25 to 30 years. And there's one of them here. Big Cat Canyon. And then I also see something on there about an outback. So maybe koalas? Who knows? Now, the Gulf Coast Zoo is building a new location just a couple miles north of here. And I'm thinking this is some concept art for that. They have a lot of big cats here. Lions, tigers, and even more tigers over here. Again, an orange and a white one. Well, next up it looks like we have an aviary. And right here off the bat, we have an African pied crow. And of course we have the specialty gates to keep the birds inside. Laura and I are heading in right now. So yeah, we have parrots. This is a huge, huge bird aviary. Cockatoos, umbrella cockatoo there. Parrots, parakeets, lories. And look how close you can get. Look at this. They're right here next to us. Again, this zoo is all about interaction and getting guests close to the animals. You can really tell that. And not just saying that, not just making it up, but you really do get some incredible interaction with some of these animals. Parrots, parakeets, macaws are over here. Again, more parakeets over here. Cockatoo. And very important, keep your fingers to yourself. If you want to keep your fingers, that is. Well, we already did the outdoor reptile exhibit. Time to do the indoor one. It says enter here, and that is what we are doing. A lot of terrariums in here. They have bullfrogs, toads, geckos, and I think most of these guys are hiding underneath their rocks. Another American alligator right here. And that guy is just a little bit bigger than the one that we held.
Yeah, a little bit longer.
Yeah, a little bit longer, a little bit bigger. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. If you guys know how to pronounce it,
I'll try to pronounce it. Euromastic.
Euromastic?
Euromastic.
And we have cockroach, hissing cockroach. I don't see it though. Oh, actually there it is. Yep, it's right over there. I'm not a fan of spiders either. And that is a big tarantula. Anaconda and boas. Yeah, that's a big snake. There's another one back over there too. Red-tailed boas, ball python, rainbow boa, corn snake, rat snakes, king snake, another rainbow boa, king snake. Look at the size of that thing. That is a nope. That is a big nope for me. Corn snake, again, that's that guy right there. More boas. A skink, and you can kind of see him right there, the tail right at the very end there. And the head right over there. That guy's kind of big. Mud turtle. And kind of buried right now.
He's probably in the mud.
I would expect him to be in the mud. Bearded dragon again. Corn snakes again. More boas. So they got a lot of snakes here. Why did it have to be snakes? Why? But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for here inside the indoor reptile exhibit. Of course, with it being so hot here in Alabama during the summertime, you need refreshments. And they have a couple areas around where you can get that. So they have fountain drinks, $2.50, refills are $1, and this is a Pepsi park. So they have Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew, and you can get pretzels, things like that. Not too expensive. You can even get nachos for around like $3, $4. One of their dining and picnic areas here, and it looks like we have a visitor. And this, again, I love zoos that have this, where the animals are just out and about. We have a peacock right here. There's a peacock. There are several theaters here at the Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo. This is just one of them right here, shaded. Let's see what's on the agenda. So they have animal shows, ferret walks, cockatoo chat. They have kookaburras, another animal show, things like that. Yeah, just one of the many stages they have here.
Weather do they like? Hot! She loves that hot, heat, dry heat. She almost looks a bit like the desert, doesn't she? Do you think if she...
This is an interesting animal. As we look inside here, looks almost like a raccoon mixed with an anteater or something like that. Yeah, and I think it's pronounced coati. So yeah, we have a mountain coati here. Pancake and waffle. Serval cat. So we have one in the back of the exhibit right now. And just right here, it is probably 10 to 20 degrees cooler than anywhere else in the zoo. They have a mister on and lots of shade. Looks like the servals know it is feeding time. They are watching that guy very intently. Well, if these look like squirrels, they're kind of like that because they are squirrel monkeys. Tiny, tiny, tiny monkeys. Capybara and crown cranes, that's what's next. And we can see right here, one of those African crown cranes right there. Digging for some bugs. Gotta love that little doohickey at the top of his head. And that's where it gets its name, of course. And these guys are really loud as well. You can hear them from miles and miles away. And capybara is just back right over there. Almost looks like a giant hamster Or a gopher or something like that, or a guinea pig even. There's the crown crane coming right up to us. Alrighty guys, so we are about to do our sloth encounter. Lauren, are you ready for this?
Yes, I'm so ready.
Let's go! Of course, we have some wonderful staff here helping us out. And this, we have literally been waiting for weeks since we tried to set this up with, of course, Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo. The sloths were the reason why we were here.
All right, sounds good. Once we're all
Alright, so we gotta get in here, everybody. Safety precautions to make sure no sloths go running out of here. I would say we're gonna have some running sloths.
All right, we can all step on in here. Right over here is my friend Sylvia.
There's 2 sloths.
You can come touch her right
Look,
down
come
here.
Oh my gosh.
These are Linnaeus two-toed sloths. So you can see that her hands have 2 toes while her feet have 3. All sloths do have those 3 toes on their feet, so you have to tell the difference by looking at their hands.
It's kind of like a wire brush, but it's softer in a sense.
Yeah. This hair actually has microscopic grooves in it that collect rainwater out in the wild. It'll grow different molds, algae, and mosses all over their body that they use as a camouflage. That also creates a mini ecosystem on their back for different insects like mites, beetles, caterpillars, moths, that sort of thing.
And they just kind of like pick them off. And
No, they don't eat the bugs. That's actually for them to camouflage, to look more like the tree.
Wow.
Yeah, so it provides a really good home for those bugs and gives them a really good way to evade their predators like big jungle cats and birds of prey like hawks and eagles. But humans are their #1 predator due to loss of habitat, deforestation, and the exotic pet trade.
Very neat. Do you have any questions, Lauren, by chance?
Not really. Is there a reason why most people cannot hold sloths?
They get really stressed out pretty easily, so a lot of people think that it's just normal to come to an encounter and hold a sloth, but that's actually happens, and you see that online is usually when they've been domesticated since birth, and these guys were not domesticated at birth. They only just started doing encounters a few years ago, so it stresses them out really bad. As you notice, they always like to be holding on to something with at least one arm or leg. And if we were to pick them up and hold them, they wouldn't have that security that they like. It's like a security blanket for them. It would really stress them out. These guys do have really sharp teeth too, so we're not trying to get injured as well.
Now, what would you say? Obviously, there's the difference between a 2- and a 3-toed sloth, but really, is there that much of a difference other than just the amount of toes?
Just the amount of toes, and also the size difference is a little bit different, but other than that, it's pretty much the same habitat and the same diet.
Okay, and speaking of diet, what is all this right here that we have?
So we have some butternut squash, some carrots, some yellow squash, and some red apples in there.
Yum, yum.
Yeah.
You want to eat some?
These guys they are omnivores though, so they'll eat mostly the leaves from the trees they live in out in the wild, and sometimes some fruits. But they have a really, really slow digestive system. Takes them about 6 to 21 days to digest their food, meaning they'll only come down from their trees to use the restroom about once a week. Whenever they do that, they'll sometimes catch rodents in their diet, making them omnivores rather than herbivores. And so here we give them the fruits and veggies. We give them a daily probiotic, and then also once a week we'll give them a hard-boiled egg for protein.
Yum.
Nice.
It's kind of like a treat. We have cats, of course, and whatnot, and once a week we give them a special treat. So it's almost like you guys do the same thing here. It's kind of one of those special
Every
things.
Wednesday is boiled egg day.
Yep. Very nice. And we're going to have a chance to feed them, yes?
We'll feed Sid because she hasn't been responding well to eating.
No worries.
But we will feed him. He's always down to eat. So this is Sid. You guys can come touch him right here.
Look at
if
that,
you
he's
like.
chilling. Look at that, he's laying back like, this ain't no game. That is one content sloth. He's still holding on though, like what she says.
Yes,
Still holding on to the rope.
They love to hold on to something. They hate not having that certain thing to hold on to. It also is like leaning towards why they like to climb rather than be on the ground. When they're climbing, they can get up to about 3 miles an hour, which is a lot faster than what most people think.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, most people are like, oh, 3 miles. Like, yeah, well, it's a lot faster than what you would think. They can sneak up on you pretty fast. And on the ground, when they're crawling rather than climbing, they can only go 52 feet an hour rather than 3 miles an hour. So they definitely like to be holding onto something and climbing upside down rather than being flat and crawling on the ground or anything.
Sloths themselves, because of how slow they move, they can actually grow moss on them?
Yes.
Is that true?
It's mostly because of the hair, not because of how slow they move, because that hair will trap that water and collect that mold, moss, and algae all over their body for the camouflage.
Very neat. Okay.
You guys want to feed him?
Yeah, let's feed a sloth.
Alright, if you'll hold that at the very end for me and just put it right up next to his mouth. You're probably gonna have to get pretty close. He's pretty lazy. Oh,
He's
but
I think he's
he'll
sleeping.
put it next to his nose really quick so he can smell it. Like right up on his nostril.
It's like he's like
Maybe.
I think we got one that's like I'm a little tired.
Here you go.
Perfect. There you go.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah, you
how
have
do
to
it
like
there.
rub his nose a little bit.
Yeah. So go ahead, like don't put it in his nostril.
I know this.
And there
There
it
you
goes.
go.
It's awesome.
So those teeth that you see right there, they actually are born with those. They grind them their whole life and they're sharper than a brand new knife.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, that's why we feed them with the stick. We don't want any injuries.
No.
See, and I never knew sloths had this kind of like sharp teeth or anything.
Yeah, most people think that they just have like grinders and then they're very
So he's like, oh
surprised
yeah,
to
it's
see
Nom
it.
nom.
That's so awesome.
If they had their eyes open, I'd be able to show you, but they have really, really small pupils about the size of the end of this skewer. So only see about this far in front of their face. In the daytime, they only see in white, and at nighttime, they only see in black and white. That's why we don't allow that flash, because it can pretty much impair their vision really
Gotcha.
badly.
Okay. Well, I think that was really awesome. I really enjoyed the sloth encounter and everything else. Lauren, I think you did as well. But thank you for showing us and allowing us to feed the sloths.
No
That was awesome.
problem. Oops.
Here you go. So cute.
Well, we just got done with the sloth encounter. Now is a tamandua encounter, and this is next. So we again have to do the safety procedure. Everybody inside, close the doors, and here we go.
All right, I believe they're inside right now.
Now, you said this is one of your favorite
Yes.
encounters. How come?
So these guys are super sweet. Here they are down here in the corner. No, they love to cuddle. These are southern tamanduas, otherwise known as the lesser anteater. So most people think anteaters get like a lot bigger than that, and that is the normal anteater size, but these are their full-grown sizes.
Now, what are some interesting features about this animal that helps them survive in the wild?
So actually, they're part of the superorders Anarthra, which means strange joint. It's the same superorder as the sloths that we were just in. Those sloths can rotate their hands and feet 180 degrees as their strange joint. These guys, their hands right here, they'll walk on the sides of them and to prevent those claws from digging into their palms. These claws are extremely useful for climbing. They are arboreal, so they spend most of their lives in trees. They literally will walk and climb up the side of this panel and come lay down on top of the door.
Well, you can see markings almost,
Yeah.
I see, so that's kind of neat.
Titan's favorite spot to sleep is on top of that door.
Huh, that's funny. Now, this encounter, you have different things in here. You have branches. What would their diet be, though? Is it just leaves like this?
No, this is their diet right out here. They ate most of it already, but they get 2 servings, one in the morning, one at night. Out in the wild, they eat 8,000 to 9,000 ants and termites every single day. They also really like honey as well, so that thick, dense fur that they have on them is used to prevent from stings and bites of different bees and ants and stuff like that. They also have a protective coating on their tongue that prevents them from getting stung by the ants that they eat.
Now, when it comes to eating 8,000 to 9,000 ants, they've literally got to not stop eating all day. So.
Well, they actually are nocturnal, so they sleep about 15 hours a day, and they do most of their eating at night. We give them a 4th cup of food in the morning, and then at night we'll give them each a cup and a half of food. So it pretty much satisfies them. It's a liquid diet mixed of different things like peanut butter, molasses, raw meat, honey,
Very
spinach.
high protein kind of things, yeah.
Yes, they love it though. So.
And again, nice exhibit here. There is water, shade, and of course in the hot days in here, they're going to be inside and whatnot. But thank you so much for showing us the tamanduas.
I can show you guys how they walk too.
Yeah.
I can actually pick these guys up, but we're not allowed to pick the sloths up. But
Yeah.
let me see. This is my boy Titan. Come here.
I'm sorry, Titan. You were sleeping. Oh. He's like, what's going on here? I didn't want to wake up.
This is my favorite boy.
Look at him. He is a little bit bigger than I thought, though. Like, I know anteaters get pretty large.
Yes, so these are the lesser ones, so they are smaller. But these tails that they have right there are actually prehensile. They can use them to swing and climb in trees with.
Is that it?
Yeah, you can touch them anywhere. Just Try and avoid their feet. They do have some pretty sharp claws. You can even feel those tails if you'd like.
Wow, that's kind of neat. Yeah, he's like, I want to go right back to sleep. So.
They also have scent glands under the base of their tails that they use when they're trying to either mark territory or it's a defense mechanism.
Well, I noticed a little bit musky in here.
Yes, so their scent gland is 5 times stronger than a skunk's. The only difference is that skunk scent actually sticks to you, and you have to take those special baths and stuff, whereas these guys, the scent won't stick to you.
Well, thank you very much. That was really informative, and I gotta say, I truly enjoyed this, and it was very neat along with the sloths as well.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
So we had the tamanduas and we had sloths. Now it is time for lemurs, and that is what we are gonna do right now.
We're gonna go in and just stay in this encounter, the cage,
Okay.
until we get the doors secure.
Make sure we sanitize.
Sir, please.
Little squeakle.
Where's my squeaker?
Look at him.
Look how, I would say, that was a happy lemur. You weren't joking.
I promise
Oh,
you,
yes,
he
I
loves
missed you
her
too.
so much.
I missed you too, yes.
You literally weren't joking when you said this is your favorite place to come, because it looks like you're pretty familiar here.
I
This
kind of
lemur.
know this one, yes.
That is
His
so-
name is Jasper, and I affectionately called him Squeaker because that was all he did when he first came here. And they didn't have names yet, so.
Now, how old do lemurs get, roughly?
Brittany?
They'll be about 20 years in the wild and up to 30 in captivity.
Wow.
Yeah, they do very good for something that's
Yeah.
size, too.
Wow. And it looks like he's just very happy, content, just sitting there on the chest. And again, this is kind of a neat enclosure here. They have ropes where they're able to walk down. There are some interactive play elements as well. And I'm sure they go ham in here. There's a whole bunch that are inside here, getting some Z's, things like that.
Let's go visit. I know.
And Lauren is going to try to
Okay, go
pull the
visit.
lemur here.
Go visit, okay? Luke can come back. Go visit. Okay, let go. There you go.
Did you ever think you'd be holding a lemur?
I never thought I would be.
Look at him.
He's so cute. Aww.
Soft?
Yeah, it's very soft.
That is, oh my gosh, that is so soft. I was not expecting that. Yeah, it looks like he's
So
about ready to
cute.
take a nap.
Yeah. You want to hold?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and hold. I'm gonna have you, if you don't mind, hand the lemur back.
Okay.
And then Lauren is gonna take over the camera here.
Careful, the other camera.
Okay, ready? Here
Yep.
we go.
What's the best way?
Just, he'll come to you if you'll let go of me. There we go.
a little more about it too. Here you go. It's so cute.
This is so awesome.
Say hi.
Right there.
Hi.
Literally, it's like some very soft fur.
Aww.
He likes cameras.
Yeah, he's definitely living that.
Wow.
He's like, he's like, I want my close up. He's like, I want my close up, thank you. Look at that. I cannot believe this though. This is literally so amazing. He's,
Aww.
I
Your
like,
besties.
I feel like that, but he's just resting his head right on my hand here, all soft, and I don't want to give him back. Can we take him home?
He fits in the
Yeah, I
pocket
know.
nicely, doesn't he?
Carry on.
Here, come on, Squeak.
Oh, he is squeaking.
Aww. Squeakers.
He's a sweetie baby. Now the others, have a seat and they'll come around.
Okay.
Hello, sweet.
Who's that?
This is Cobalt.
Yay! I was
Cobalt.
Already knew.
Did I hear that right, Cobalt?
Yes, Cobalt.
Oh, that's mine then.
They all have
This is
dual names.
Cobalt.
Let's see. Little bigger guy.
Yeah.
He will like the camera too. They're all a little bit camera hounds.
Look
He wants the camera.
They're very curious creatures.
Yeah,
so
look
they
at him.
like anything.
Ow.
He's got a good grip.
Feel the bottom of his little paw.
They have individual fingerprints like we do, and see the little fingernails. They're cute. So they can activate your cell phone. With their
Wow.
fingerprint. Yes.
Woo.
Whoop.
He's trying to get away.
They're loose.
Hey, that's not that. No.
Now,
That's
now this is a compliment. He's grooming you,
okay.
so he's accepting you as part of his.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Now, I think that's eating me.
It's okay, sorry.
I don't know if that's a compliment or if I taste good
He
or something.
says you taste good.
But
They do like the salt. Okay.
Yeah, you say salty.
it's very hot, but the teeth are actually not too sharp.
How happy he got when he saw you. He knows.
It's my squeak.
He knows.
It's like a puppy bite.
I know, it's like a puppy bite, but it doesn't hurt.
Okay.
This is so neat. I'm not joking. I think I'm gonna put you down over here.
Oh,
though.
what about me? Hey,
What, you
what's
want-
going on? Hold
Okay.
on.
Again, this is Cobalt. See, and he's licking you too. He's like, you taste like salt as well.
Sugar. Aww. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. And of course, Squeaker's over here is having fun still. But yeah, really kind of neat stuff here at the lemur encounter. And I'm not going to say this in a negative sense, but I almost think this was the best encounter so far, at least that I've seen. Because these guys, they definitely interact with you. He's just licking.
Gonna get lemur slobber.
I know, you're going to get lemur slobber
It's
all
so
over.
worth it. It's so worth it, guys.
Look at him.
It's a soft tongue too. Like,
I know, that's what I'm saying. Even the teeth, it's not like a really hard bite or anything. And check this out, they have ice cubes in here too. So during the warm days, they can drink some really cold water. So in addition to the red lemurs, we have black and white ones here. Again, another encounter. You can go inside this exhibit, get up close, pet them, feed them, all that sort of stuff. Again, a couple different kinds of lemurs they have here. Really exciting stuff. And just like what we have at some other zoos down in Florida, we have a kangaroo encounter here. And that is what we're gonna check out next. Kangaroos are one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Love those roos.
Go right ahead.
It is roo time. Kangaroos. Now, you have different kinds here, or is just one species of kangaroo?
One species, these guys are red kangaroos.
Red kangaroos.
There's about 3 different species of kangaroos, and these guys are going to grow the tallest.
Okay, now are these the most common kangaroo species?
These are the most common. Usually when you go to zoos or you see pictures online, it's usually a red kangaroo.
Again, really soft. These guys like the shade, and there's plenty of it here. I love kangaroos. They're one of my favorite species. Anything Australian outback is kind of my favorite. I love koalas, and it looks like you're about to get attacked here, Lauren.
They like to nibble.
Yeah.
So you're safe.
Hi there. Are you ready for your close-up? Yeah? You want your close-up? So again, when you pet them from the back, not from the face. They're just going along. Now, they do hop along, but primarily they'll just kind of crawl for the most part.
Right. It just takes a little bit less energy as they kind of walk on all their fours. They do have that long muscular tail, and they'll kind of use that as like a 5th leg almost.
Okay.
As they get older, they're going to hop a little bit more, but since these guys are still considered joeys, they're going to keep walking on all fours.
Okay. Now, one of the most common misconceptions is these guys are just bred in a sense like boxing-wise. They don't actually use their hands a lot, right?
No, not really. When they do kickbox each other, they really mostly use their back feet. What they do is they'll put all their weight on that muscular back tail and kick full force with their feet. The females don't usually do it too often. It's usually the males, and that's when they're trying to decide who wants to be the alpha male of the mob of kangaroos.
Okay. Now, their tails, it's all muscle, it's all bone, or what's actually in the tail that supports all that weight?
100% muscle. There is a little bit of bone that goes down there, but it is usually 100% muscle completely.
Okay, excellent. And again, we've seen many, many roos. I am glad that you guys have them here at the Gulf Coast Zoo, and it's a neat interaction for guests to try out. Alrighty guys, so we have a special guest here, Patty Hall, the director of the Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo. Patty, thank you so much for having us out here today. Really exciting zoo. There's tons of neat interactive stuff here. I have seen more big cats at this zoo than I feel like anywhere else.
Really?
So it's really exciting. Now, you've got tons of exciting animals, tons of exciting projects, and we're talking about projects because we cover construction with Midway Mayhem. What is this behind me that I see here? You have this giant concept art wall.
That's right. Well, this is our new zoo that will be opened in 2019.
Okay.
Probably the beginning of the year. We have been at this location for 28 years, It's been battered. We're only 1.3 miles from sticking your toe in the Gulf of Mexico. So during tropical storms and hurricanes, this place has been battered.
Yeah.
And in 2004 for Hurricane Ivan, there was no way we could leave the animals on site.
No.
We knew what we were going to be getting into. We are the only zoo in recorded American history that has executed a full-scale evacuation of the zoo, and we did it successfully. We had, at the front of the park where we're standing right now, it was under 10.5 feet of water, and as you walk back in the property, it was 17 feet of water. And our 10-foot alligator at the time, he literally floated out of his exhibit, and when the water went down, contrary to all the rumors around town at that time, he did not eat the 7 missing dogs in offshore in Orange Beach. If there was anything missing, in the paper it was said, call the zoo, Chucky ate it. You know?
That is horrible.
But Chucky put us on the map because, he was lost and we had an alligator.
I don't think it's just the alligator being missing though. The fact that you guys, a small zoo, okay, was able to do a full-scale evacuation of all the animals here and then come back and guess what? Look at this place now. It's thriving. And clean it up again and do it again. So much so, they're about to open a brand new property in 2019. It's really remarkable stuff considering, like you said, 17 feet of water. I can't tell you what 17 feet of water looks like. But Patty, you've got some amazing encounters here. You've got SlOTHs, you've got lemurs. Is there one specifically that you like more than others? Or?
You know, everybody asks me what my favorite animal is, and I always say the one that came in, the last that came in the gate, you know, because we're always getting new animals. But I tend to really like primates. I'm very drawn to primates. I understand primates. They're like dealing with men. I'm sorry. I had to get that in there.
It's okay.
But and the big cats, actually all of them, they're all so very interesting to me, and that's why I feel so blessed that some days, at the end of the day, you know, where most people go, oh, I got to go out and have a drink. I get to go out and sit on the other side of that fence with that Siberian tiger, and she comes down and sits on the other side, and we just contemplate life.
It's not even.
And it's just so calming, and all the problems and everything that I'm upset about, when I look in that tiger's eyes, they just all go away.
Well, I get the same feeling from my cat at home, but I'm sure yours is on a much larger scale. You have a tiger.
Right.
I have a little house tiger.
Right. Well, you're getting ready to have a really exciting experience.
I'm excited about that, guys. Right after this, we're headed over to the tigers, where we're going to do something with bottles. We're going to bottle feed tigers.
One weighs 475 to 500 pounds. And the
so a little gato, right?
Yeah, and
just
the
a little
other
gato?
one weighs about 375, the female.
Okay, I'm a little nervous. And one, I know kind of random, but from my personal experience and my knowledge, the females are actually stronger than the males.
Well, they're actually the more aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know that some other zoos and whatnot, like they talk about the female tigers literally pulling the males along. Like I've seen that kind of before. I'm a little nervous, but I'm definitely excited. Patty, again, thank you for speaking with us. Again, 2019. Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo, we're opening up a new location. They're going to have all sorts of neat animal interactions, just like what they have here.
But more so.
Yeah, but even more so.
We're only on 7.5 acres that we're using here, and we have 25 acres that we're going into. So we will have giraffes, and we will have rhinos, and things that we now no longer have to evacuate if there is a hurricane, because we're just right off the island, so we're not down here on the island.
You're not separated by the bridge and all that.
All the animal night houses are going to be Category 5 night houses, so you never have to move animals. And the only thing a hurricane can do to us is suck up all our landscaping.
Gotcha.
And after rebuilding an entire zoo, I can plant flowers and
that's easy stuff.
Right.
So again, Patty, thank you for speaking with us.
Yeah.
I think we're ready to go see those tigers.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So like when you got cats and dogs,
Yeah, it would be a thing. Not to beat him.
Now, you're making some interesting noise, miss. What is this exactly that you're doing?
That's called chuffling or boofing. And here, and she boofs back. Is there what? There we go. That's their way of saying hi and spreading their pheromones across the air, and she's picking up my pheromones. When the staff gets here that take care of their animals, they can actually smell our...
Yeah, definitely getting the smell of me.
Men. She's partial to men.
Yeah. Hi, honey. Hi there. And I feel like it's almost just, it's a big cat. That's all it is.
It is, it is. Now, he'll come over the minute he sees a bottle. Rah, rah, aren't you going to come over and see me? I know you're a big boy. But look what I got.
Now, this is not an albino. This is a double recessive, so this is a true.
Double recessive gene.
Okay.
Right. And they are, the very first one was found in 1954, and it was taken to the Maharaja. See how sweet they are?
I cannot believe this. This is one of the coolest things I've ever done in my life.
Mother in the whole I didn't have any children of my own, but I'm very proud of them. Okay, now what you're going to do, as you can see here, how big this hole is in this nipple.
Okay.
So they're basically, I want you to stick it in like this at an angle, and they're basically going to use it as a liquor.
Okay.
Okay?
Gotcha.
Now, you just stand up there and you hold it up.
That is one happy tiger.
Double bottle feed. If you want to hand her the camera and
Yeah, if you
double bottle feed, then you go down here and get her front end. Now, this side is really good too. I would go all the way around because they're both facing. I don't like to direct people, but I've been doing this for 20 years. And after my...
Come on over, guys.
Yeah, they'll follow you. We had a series on, a 14-hour series on Animal Planet. They gave us 13 hours of a series and then a one-year follow-up. Now, see, her bottle always tastes better than his.
I cannot believe this. This is easily one of the coolest things I've ever done in my life. I'm not even joking.
You can cross it off your bucket list.
That is definitely crossed off the list. Now, you said you do 2 feedings a day?
Well, no. They, this is like taking the kids out and getting them an ice cream treat.
Okay.
And one of the reasons why we do this is it allows us, as you see, to get close, to see if they, sometimes they squabble, to check any medical problems. It's also for us to medicine, instead of having to dart them with medicine and put a dart in them, we can put the medicine in the bottle and they're used to drinking it.
That's so cool. Here.
Here, Ronnie. See, the male always has dominance.
Yeah. I'm getting milk all over me, but I think it's worth it. I
well, if you
cannot
want, I
believe
can
this.
put you in there and they can lick it off.
No, I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay with this one. This is close enough for me. He's got the scratchy tongue too, just like the cats at home.
Yeah, but it's worse. The barbs, because they have to clean that fur, they have to get that hair off of their prey.
Yeah.
And that's why they have those barbs. Now, when you're done with that, you can put your hand like this. Okay. She's really good at it, and she will lick your hand.
Thank you. So just like that? Or the outside?
She's the one that usually does it. Like this way.
Yeah, like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah?
You come over, let her do it.
I think she wanted it.
See, he's dominant. Yeah. He gets all the attention. Rah rah.
This is crazy.
What I can do is let's put a little bit of milk, if you'll open that for me, and I'll take him down to the other. That's enough. Rah rah.
See, you can feel that tongue though, can't you? It's
Yeah,
just like the one.
It's even more Barbary, like she said.
Yeah. But this is beyond nuts.
They're so big. I think that's the closest I've ever gotten to a...
I would definitely say this is the closest you can get. The fact that the Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo has allowed us to do this is phenomenal. This is not something that they normally offer to guests, so this is a very special treat that they have allowed us here at Midway Mayhem to do. But remember, she said it's called boofing, I think, right? So they said if you have some really stinky breath, which hopefully I don't, they'll like you a little bit more. What, that was good?
Look at the big paw.
I know, just look at the size of that paw.
Aww.
But thank you for spending some time with us. Hi there.
That's enough! That's enough! That's enough!
Alrighty guys, of course all attractions must end at the gift shop, and the Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo is no different. They have a whole bunch of things in here, ranging from t-shirts, keychains, plush, you name it, but they've got some really cool shirts in here. See, Darth Gator, Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo. They have adult size as well. They have a tiger with some glasses. They have a lion with glasses looking at some zebras. Really kind of neat. Well, let's walk around. So they have pucker powder, and they have all sorts of flavors. We have other animals up on the wall. Magnets. Magnets are our thing, Lauren,
Yeah.
so I think we're going to have to get a magnet. Which one caught your eye by chance?
This one
Okay.
shows all the different animal signs.
Okay, and then of
the
course the
sloth
sloth
one
one,
here.
yeah. So we have the I work out, just kidding, I take naps. I like it. More things for the kids over here. Again, a lot of interactive things. They have kind of toys, plush snakes in here, and along down the way, more plush animals. Frogs, lions, tigers. They have a sloth.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He's got a
In
special
fact, I think
sloth collar.
I know, and it's kind of like the one that we have at home already, but he
Yeah.
does have the Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo right there. They have macaws and parrots over here. More googly-eyed plush over here. Check out the lemurs. Look at the baby sloth. Is that a baby sloth?
It might be.
Yeah, that's a baby sloth right there. So, and again, more stuff for the kids over here. My Photo Safari. They have action figures. They have cards, and it's the 3D kind. I know you don't like that material.
I do not like the material.
Yeah, so I won't scratch it, I promise you. Check this out. It's a junior zookeeper.
Aw, that's really cute.
Now, what's the price on something like that?
Let's check. Take a look. $29. That's not bad.
You're joking, right? No, I was expecting like 40.
Yeah.
At some of the bigger theme parks, that would be 40 bucks. Come on. But it's got a little compass, got a frog on there, binoculars, bags, and hats. I really like these.
Yeah, those are nice.
Those are nice. I'm always on vacation. Got the lion right there. And certificate of adoption. You can adopt animals? What? So for a $50 donation, you can symbolically adopt one of your beloved animals of your choice. So you'll get an adoption kit here with a photo, says your name and the name of the animal. That is so neat though, isn't it?
Very neat. You can adopt your own, bring your home animal.
And they have clearance items, of course. More shirts over here, different colors. Again, showing off Gulf Coast Zoo mugs. I see a sloth mug.
Oh, weird.
Look, there's another one. I didn't choose the sloth life. The sloth life chose me. And turbises. Again, turbises are kind of your thing. We've got a bunch of those. There's collectible spoons, shot glasses, wine toppers. Again, more turbises just all over the place. I really like that one. That was nice. Photo frames. More cups over here. We have little critters, almost like ornaments here. And the amount of sloth stuff here is really kind of funny. They got tons of it. This is my happy place. So yeah, for the most part, that is the gift shop. Again, a lot of different options in here for different purchases. Don't walk away from here without a souvenir. Alrighty guys, so we have Ruthie here, who is the gift shop manager. Ruthie, you have a beautiful store in here. Tell me about some of the items that you have in relation to the store that also can relate to the animals that you have out in your park.
Thank you. We have a lot of stuff with our encounter animals on it. The sloths are really popular this year, along with the lemurs, baby kangaroos. All this stuffed animals sell really, really well this year.
Okay, excellent. Now, the main gift shop is also where people purchase their tickets, correct? And all the encounters. So these wonderful, wonderful staff members over here, they're helping out. They can get you wristbands, tickets, all stuff like that.
We do tickets and encounter cards, and they can do that for you, yes.
Okay, now tell me about the encounter cards. Is there almost like a package that you guys can do, or is it per attraction per se?
It's all individual transactions for each one, and you can either purchase your tickets here in the gift shop, or if you bring cash, you can go and check the encounter out and pay outside at the actual encounter.
Okay, now you guys are always interested in bringing new and exciting things to your gift shops. I used to run a gift shop for a park as well. What are some new things that you've brought into the store recently?
Oh, our newest are the etched sloth mugs. Everyone loves those. That's probably our best seller right now.
Yeah, that was definitely the most eye-catching thing that we had. In fact, we have that right there.
Yes.
That looks so awesome. So definitely you're getting some of the more modern kind of souvenirs. You also have candy in here for the kids. You're not leaving the kids out. You have a lot of plush for them as well. Is there anything like, I was going to say oversized, and then I look back that direction. You have a giant frog over there. So kids, they can pick up a giant plush, put it on their bed, kind of, you know, spend some quality time with them after they've seen the animals. Well, guys, that is going to do it for our full tour and review here from the Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo. And I got to say, it was one of the neatest experiences I have ever done. Literally ever. I've been to a lot of zoos all over the United States. I gotta say that was one of the coolest things though. What was your favorite part, Lauren?
I have to say my favorite part was the lemurs, having them sit on your lap and basically licking you for hours. That was kind of cute. I mean, I actually like that.
Well, I mean, the lemurs were awesome. I really liked it because he was like biting my finger off. Of course, not hurting or anything. But the coolest thing by far I have done in many, 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 many months was pet the tiger and feed the tigers. I don't know many other places that will ever give you the opportunity to do that. They've got a huge selection of big cats here. Tons and tons of big cats, almost more than what I've seen like from other places. Really fantastic, fantastic stuff. They have, of course, also the lemurs. They have alligators. They have
a lot of birds.
Birds galore, everything else. They have aviaries, you name it, they have shows. Again, very interactive. Kids are gonna love this place. Scale of 1 to 10, this place is an 11 in my opinion. Definitely enjoyed it. And whenever they get that 2019 project done, we will be there for that as well. We're gonna have more updates from here. So if you like what we do, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Midway Mayhem. And we will see you out on the Midway.